episode of Star Wars. No. Going nerdy. Today we are going GAC bound. I'm very excited. I have cleared my cookies. So hopefully my internet will run a little smoother. We'll see. As always, I am joined by myself. I hope you guys are doing good. I hope you had a good week. I hope you are having a great day. Didn't get a chance to stream on Wednesday night. I was going to, but then I started playing Star Wars Jedi Survivor, and I gotta be honest, dude, it hit me in the feels, and it was hard. I couldn't bring myself to streaming. So here we are today. We are multi-streaming, as my good friend Nev doesn't like that I do, because usually when I multi-stream, there are a ton of problems. But that's how I roll, guys. What would a Going Nerdy live stream be without copious amounts of technical difficulties? I just embrace it at this point. I mean, I could fix it. I mean, who's got time for that? Who does? Man, I am doing good. I've already spent my morning. I helped a neighbor move, so I'm a little tired. I'm going to leave here. I'm going to go get my back adjusted, which who knows what will happen. But man, look at this. So right here at the bottom, we've got Iden Versio. Gotta love Iden. As far as storylines go, man, I am loving Battlefront 2 is still one of my favorite storylines. As far as the video games of this new generation. Solid game. But let's see, we got Maul. We got Shakti. The Pawn! How are you, man? How's life treating you? Was that loud? I feel like that was probably loud. Yeah, we got Pawn with Shakti. We got this little guy. This is one that will fool you if you're not paying attention, because it has fooled me a few times. We've got Basti. Oh, dude, I'm so excited for the weekend. I'll be honest. I've got 2 more weeks of school, and I am ready for it to be done. I am looking forward to the summer. I love teaching. I hope that has always come across. Love it. I think it's one of the best jobs I've ever had. And it's a career, right? I get to make a living out of yelling at kids, which is just, I mean, it's enjoyable, right? I mean, I'm the crotchety old man that would do it anyways. This is what I'm going up against. He's got Lord Vader, Kenobi, Slacker, Jedi Master Luke, Sith Eternal Emperor, and Rey. And I mean, he's got, it's a solid team. I mean, he's got some really good people. And then with ships, you know, it looks like he's got the Radis. He doesn't have the Radis. Poor guy. How can you? I'm being sarcastic. The Radis is a garbage fleet. Executor. He's got the Executor almost up. So as long as I don't make a massive mistake like I did last time, I should be okay. We'll see. Dark Vegetable, which is, I believe, the German way of saying Darth Vegetable. Or Dark Vegetable. My apologies. But down here, we've got a couple of galactic legends. I mean, we've got the Lord Luke. We've got Luke, and then we've got Lord Vader up here. So we'll see how this goes. I'm drinking water today because I've already had my monster. It was this morning. It's what helps me actually have the energy to go move somebody. I'm gonna start off Darth. I think that's a different different character altogether, Pawn. Let's see. Who do we want to go? Let's go with Maul. And I'm going to use my 501st. Commander Luke. That's not Luke Skywalker. So I finished 2 books recently. I finished the third book in the High Republic trilogy. It's called Cataclysm. Not bad. It's not a bad book. It was an interesting book for sure. Let's throw this down. Boom! Shakalaka! Oh, I love that. I love getting that on him. But then I went through and I listened to Vector Prime, which, wow. Like, talk about hit you in the feels. Vector Prime is, it's the first book in the Yuuzhan Vong series. And I was really curious because, so with the High Republic, I think the High Republic gets a little bit of a bad rap. Now, there are definitely books within the High Republic that deserve a bad rap, that are not, what you would call like that are good books. Some of them are like, if it weren't for Star Wars, they probably wouldn't have been well received or even received at all. Which is kind of like my thought. But to be completely honest, I've not listened to or read a High Republic book that I'm like, oh, this is just hands down garbage. There have been a few that I've like, okay, this isn't necessarily a good book. So what I do is if I listen to a new book, Star Wars, otherwise, and I really enjoy it, I put it on my shelf because I'm like, all right, do I have to be high to read them? I think it might help. I mean, I don't recommend anyone getting stoned, but I mean, unless you're on like going into like the doctor and they tell you, hey, you've got medication, you need to be on drugs. By all means, get stoned. I never want to get cancer, but like if I do, you better believe I'm going to be eating some wacky brownies. Because I'd rather eat wacky brownies. I mean, that's like, it's almost a freebie at that point. It's almost like, look, God's like, look, I'm going to give you cancer, but I've made this vegetable, this plant that will help you enjoy the process, or it'll make it a little less difficult, right? Now, obviously, I don't want to ever get cancer. That would suck. I don't blame you, Pun. The chances are you will never run out of High Republic or Republic stuff to read, so you're probably gonna be fine. The thing about the High Republic is it's an interesting time period because when the books are set, it's 100 years before the Republic itself. And I have a feeling, so if you don't know this, this isn't a spoiler per se, okay? Jedi Survivor deals in the High Republic. I have a very strong inkling that it will also bridge to the new Star Wars film, the Mando universe. Dark Chiles over on YouTube, what's up? I have a very strong feeling that this book, or the game, will bridge to the Mandoverse. In fact, I'm like 99% sure. I have no insider information on this. I just like looking at storylines and seeing how they kind of play out. It just feels right. Whether it's the right choice ultimately or not, that's kind of how it feels. So having said that, the High Republic is an interesting time because one of the real problems with the High Republic is you have to find a time when the Jedi are in their prime, because that's what it is. It's the Jedi are in the prime of Jedidom, right? They're also in the height of their arrogance. because of that, because of who the Jedi are. It definitely feels like, okay, this is, I don't know, like it feels like it's very, it's hard to say, like it feels very like a bad place to start, right? I mean, I don't know, like there's a lot of people out there, like Star Wars fans come to the Star Wars universe for any number of reasons, right? They come because they love the concept of the Empire. They come because they love the concept of a rebellion. They love the Jedi. They love the Sith. They love different aspects of the world that has been created. For those of us who connect with the Jedi, this is kind of like, it can kind of feel like a slap in the face, because again, you have to, for this world to exist, you have to show the Jedi in the height of their arrogance. It's not a matter of, oh, that they're trying to make bad characters. All right, have fun in the garden, buddy. Put on some sunscreen. Unless you're going to get a nice tan, then baby lotion. Like baby oil, that stuff, that'll fry you up like a side of bacon. But like, you have this time period where you have to be arrogant. You have to have a Jedi who are, I don't know, obtuse when it comes to the world of the galaxy. You also have to have a republic that is going to be rife for the takeover of the Sith, right? And so there's a lot of things about this area, this time period, where, you know, like people aren't always gonna be super happy, because of the way that they have to do it, because of what time period they've chosen to write about, to work on. Let's see. Let's go to Lord Vader. Let's see. Lord Vader does not have. Actually, you know what? I'm going Finnick, baby. I'm gonna go get my foxy lady, my bounty hunter. So we got Finnick Shind. Whoops. We got this fella, and 66%. Yeah, if he had different characters, I'd be a little more worried. I'm always a little anxious when it comes to this battle, simply because of the battle that it is. Anytime you go up against, if you're not, just out of sheer respect for who Lord Vader is, if you're not anxious to go up against Lord Vader, you should lose. Just as a side note, my ADHD is kicking in. Till the end of the turn. Let's see, what do I do? Light side, inflict damage over time. Stack protection up until the end of the counter. Do they do damage over time? No. Tenacity up? No. Light critically hit more than 4 times during a turn? Nope, that ain't gonna work here. Well, it kind of does. Let's try it. But anyways, like, so interesting when it comes to the High Republic, because of the time frame they've chosen. It's a dangerous piece of canon, a dangerous time in canon for fans to be dispel debuffs on bounty hunter allies. Boosh! Love that. All right. Let's see. Next ally. Let's do this. All right. We've got a shred on there. Spell debuffs on bounty hunter allies. I think that's what we're going to be doing, is a lot of that debuffing. Let's kill him. But anyways, so I mean, but so you have it's a trilogy. I forget what book it starts with. Cataclysm is the final in the book in the series. It's interesting. I'll be 100% honest. It's an interesting series. I'd enjoyed it. I kind of got into the characters more than I thought I would. And it sets up what I think is quite possibly going to be a Yu Zhanvong type. Yeah, I mean, you probably shouldn't use weed before your 20s, right? I mean, allow your brain to fully function, and then, right, then you'll have you'll have that development there. I fully think that you should probably avoid it until you're, this is why I say, like, look, if I'm going to get cancer, which I don't ever want to get, I don't. But if I do, you better believe I'm going to get on that wacky tobacco. I'm not going to smoke it, but brownies. Absolutely. Or gummies. Are you kidding me? I love gummies. Love them. They're delicious. Let's go back. Now that I've taken out Lord Vader, let's drop back down here. Let's go for Basti. Let's bring up Bastila Shin. And then we got Shakti. I mean, I'm the kind of person, I'm like, look, if it's a drug, if it's on this earth, we could probably use it for something. Except for hornets. Hornets are the only thing on this earth that have no purpose except for a big middle finger to the world. I think God was like, all right, Satan, you get one creation. He's like, hornets. Or it could have been like Kardashians. One of those two. I feel like if that were to have happened, that's how it rolled. All right, so let's go after Basti. Let's do... Yeah, like I'm telling you, man. Like, it's like they're on the planet for a reason, Like, if they they may not work for everybody, right? But they're gonna work for somebody, right? I wholeheartedly believe that. Not scoundrels, separatists. Boom. Yeah. Like, and if I'm living into my 90s, the chances are I'm going to be a little stoned most of the time. Chances are. I don't know, because I want to be that fun grandpa, that's like, I want to go to Grandpa Thaddeus's house. No, you're not allowed to go there. He's going to indoctrinate you with Star Wars. At least the old stuff. At the start of every character's turn. I want to do this one. Let's do this. And let's throw it on Basti. But yeah, I mean, if it's a drug, I mean, doctor prescribes it, I mean, essentially, I'm on ADHD meds. That's essentially meth. I mean, my teeth are still in place, which that's a good thing. I like my teeth. They allow me to eat the gummies. Yeah, and taffy. I love taffy. Just delicious. My parents are a little older. So I'm in my 40s. My parents are 70s, I think. They're up there. So I grew up with some of that like old candy, And Audrey, what's up, my friend? And I gotta be honest, big hunks. There's just like taffy with peanuts in them or almonds or stuff. That stuff's amazing. So good. So good. I've been eating big hunks a lot lately. That sounds terrible, but I don't care. They're delicious. They come in this black wrapper. I'm sorry. I'm gonna stop before I get a strike against me for inappropriate jokes. No, I don't know. Anyways, yeah. So Old Republic or High Republic, I don't know. I feel like it gets a little bit of a bad rap. I feel like some of the books absolutely deserve that bad rap. Not all of them, though. Definitely not all of them. They're interesting, and to me, to me, and I've read most of the extended canon, most of it. I'm sure there's a book here or there that has slipped through. Like, I just got a couple months ago, I got Darksaber, which I'd never heard of before, which is a book in the older in that era that you know, it's an interesting book. I haven't read it yet though, but it's on my list. It's on my summer reading list. I have a lot of books on my summer reading list. But having said that, I think I may have done this wrong. But yeah, the other book though I read was Vector Prime, and I've read Vector Prime before, and I spaced it. So when I read it again, oh my gosh, did it hit me in the feels? Like, it was like, I listened to it, and I'll be honest, like, the book that I listened to was an abridged copy, which I don't like listening to those, because it leaves out so much. And they leave out some pretty key things. No book should ever be abridged. Just my thought. But like, whew, Vector Prime, I'm telling you guys, this was such a good book. It's, like I said, it's the start of the Yuuzhan Vong invasion. It's actually pretty short. It's, especially if you get it on Audible, the abridged version it's not much to it. It's like 3.5 hours on Audible. And that's like listening to it at normal speed, which I can no longer do. I can't listen to a single book ever again on normal speed. I listen to it like 1.25 or 1.5, or like, God willing, like 2 speed. Like, some of the books that I'll read, I'll listen to it 2 speed, and it's like, whoever listens to this at normal speed has got the patience of a saint, because holy crap. Yeah, I'm going to lose this. So I'm going to put it on auto. But like, man, like, so it's crazy powerful. Like, you start off, you've got Han and Leia have 3 kids. Luke and Mara are married, and Mara's got a sickness that's slowly killing her, right? She doesn't die in the book. That's right. But it's messing with her. And the thing that's really keeping her alive is her ability to use the Force. And so it's this really interesting storyline of how this extra galactic civilization comes in, is like, we're going to kill you all. And that's the Yuuzhan Vong. Now, having said that, it is my full belief that the Grisk from the New Republic, from the new Thrawn books, that's where I think that they're going with this. And I think it's absolutely where they're going. And so it's part of the reason why I'm going back through, and I want to get some of these books so that I can kind of see how they originally did the Yuuzhan Vong, because it's been years since I've connected with these. It introduces some really cool Jedi. I'm loving it. Like, I'm absolutely loving it. Let's go here. Yeah, there's Darth Gillis. I'm telling you, man, there's like I'm not saying like everyone should go out and get high, but it's a medication, man. Like, marijuana is meant to be used as something, right? There's a reason for it to be on the planet, right? We've got to find whatever that reason is. Will it prevent here's what I think. Ultimately, it'll prevent the takeover of artificial intelligence. Because artificial intelligence will be like, look, the humans, they're just too lazy to fight. All they want to do is eat and giggle at stuff, which that's kind of how I am now. Can you imagine if I were like high on weed, if I were smoking the marijuana, if I was, what else can you do? If I were, what were you calling it? Or what was I calling it? It was if I were injecting the weeds. Oh. It'd be crazy. It'd be crazy. That's what it would be. Let's go ahead and use, let's see, Shock T. let's do this. I'm going to pull out my scoundrels. Yeah. And see, that's the thing is, so this is, I was talking to Nev about this, and he completely disagrees with me. I have this feeling that the Yuuzhan Vong, the Grisk, whatever, are the modern day Yuuzhan Vong. I feel like that's, did I put him? Who did I? Dash. Where's my dash? I put dash on defense. I did. Crap weasels. I do. I think the Grish are the modern day Yuuzhan Vong. I think instead of it being connected to the Mandalorian and to the Jedi, it'll be connected to the Mandalorians. I think that's where they're going with it, because it feels like it feels very much like they're dividing, right? If they're building up the Mandalorian civilization, why didn't we see them in episode 7, 8, and 9? Especially if they're keeping episode 7, 8, and 9, which arguably, like we can argue about whether they do the World Between Worlds. I mean, time will tell one way or the other. But if they're leading the Mandoverse into 7, 8, and 9, that means Thrawn is going to be part of the Mandoverse, right? Which we know Thrawn's going to be part of the Mandoverse. So what part, right? And I think that what we're going to see is a combination between the Grisk, the Yuuzhan Vong. I think that's, like I said, that's going to be what they're doing. And then the Heir to the Empire series. I think that's what Dave Filoni is doing. He's creating this honorific style trilogy or series that connects these groups. Now, will Thrawn team up with the Grisk? Will Thrawn team up with essentially what the Yuuzhan Vong are? And the answer is, I don't think he will. A lot of people. Dave Filoni himself said that. I'm gonna go ahead and use. It's legal here. Awesome. Like, Dave Filoni himself said that Thrawn is going to be the ultimate bad guy, right? The bad guy of bad guys. And which I both love and don't, simply because we have, that's right, I'm just taking Plo Koon in. Simply because they have these new books that show like a different side of Thrawn, and I love those books. If you have read the Thrawn trilogy, if you've read the new Thrawn trilogy, and then you've read the Thrawn, it's Thrawn. Oh my gosh, it's Thrawn Treason, and Thrawn Allies or something like that, and then it's Thrawn Ascendancy. In the Ascendancy series, like, Thrawn's not a bad guy. He's the protagonist because, you know, it's the stories about him. But he's still not a bad guy. What he is willing to protect his people at all cost. And that's where I think the bad guy version is going to come in. I think it'll be interesting to see how it plays out. I am super excited for Thrawn, for this new series and stuff. I'm really super stoked to see where it goes, because there's so many different ways that it can go, right? And that's what I'm stoked to see. All right, so we got Finn, we've got Malgus. Let's see, we've got General Hux. And then we've got CLS. All right, so not terrible. This is totally doable, by the way. Let's see. Who would be a good Finn counter? Let's just finish out this back row. No, let's go to Malgus first. Oh, I don't know if you guys can hear that, but woo! I want to say that the Empire. Oh yeah, no, it's these guys that rock the boat here against. So let's bring up. So yeah, that's my take. I'm 100% believing that this whole Thrawn Filoni verse is going to be a weird bastardization of not Clone Wars, the reintroduction to the Mandoverse for sure. We're going to see like, essentially, instead of seeing the Jedi and our main crew from Star Wars play out what we saw in canon, in old canon, we're going to see that take place in new canon with the Mandos, right? That's why the Mandos weren't there to help out during the Battle of 7, 8, and 9, because they had their own war that they were fighting. Now, yeah, out of any character, Thrawn and Ahsoka are the two that they should get right. Now, the fact that Filoni is the one doing all this and Ahsoka is Filoni's baby, I feel totally comfortable. But then on top of that, you have Timothy Zahn, who has actually been working with Filoni, with Favreau. With these guys and saying, hey, this is the way that this all plays out. And that brings me just great amounts of hope, and rebellions are built on hope. Let's see. No, I don't want to rebel. I want to go Sith. So yeah, like, I'm 100% excited about, actually, you know what? Let's go figure out some stuff up here first, and then we'll come back. My goal is to get as many points as possible, because I feel like this guy might be waiting to see how I perform. He might even be on the stream. I don't know. Probably not. But if you are, good luck to you, Darth Vegeta. Let's go with Newt. I'm gonna bring in my Imperials. Solomon Grundy, how are you, friend? How's life? Good luck to your GAC, to you and your GAC. I'm trying to get it out of the way today. I've got to do some chores. My chores are my wife's errands. I'm going to go run some errands for her, return some things. And then I've got like a church activity later tonight. Essentially, anytime that like our local church can like give me free food, I'm like, yep, I'll go. I don't care. I don't care. Free food is free food. And I think they're smoking meats, which, I mean, anytime you can eat smoked meats, why would you not? I don't understand that. Like, when people are like, oh, I'm a vegetarian, I'm like, all right, cool. That's a way to live your life. And some people are like, well, there's healthiness to it. I'm like, I know, but is it worth it? And the answer is never yes. It's always no. A few extra pounds to enjoy smoked meats and fishes, totally worth it in my mind. But you're a vegetarian. You live your life how you want to live your life. That doesn't impact me at all. So, you do you, buddy, or friend or fella or gal or however you want to be called. Ooh, this shouldn't take long at all. There's like nothing to this person. Man, I should have used my Wampa here. Wampa here would have been dope. Would have been fun. But let's use Darth Lord, this guy. This might be overkill. I don't care. But I'm really excited just to get out of the house and put on some music. And actually, I'll put on an audiobook and drive around and do my thing. Food sounds delicious, doesn't it? Like, when people are like, you have to eat healthy, I'm like, screw you. Don't tell me my business. Don't tell me don't tell me how to live my life. My doctor's like, you should lose some weight. I'm like, you should mind your business, doc. I don't say that. I like my doctor, but he has the best out for me. So the goal would be ultimately to eat food that's delicious but good for you. But that thing doesn't exist. And so I'm going to live my best life. 7, 3, 5. No, that's not 3. He's got 3. What is he? What relic is he? 0 relic. That's why. This is doable. Let's bring in the huts. No, let's not bring in the huts. Let's do this fella. Yeah, I might go to my local reseller, we call it DI around here. Is that going to be enough? I don't think that would be enough. I need a big hitter. Let's do this. See if there's any some Star Wars books. I didn't get Star Wars books the other day. I got some hardback Dark Tower series. So if you're not familiar, so I need to make like a list of all of like and do a video of like, here are all of my favorite series outside of Star Wars. I mean, Star Wars, obviously, like I typically listen to a Star Wars book probably like once a month or like once every couple months, like at the very least. If I'm in a like a series, yeah, I finished the series, man. But like Dark Tower, Stephen King, the Stephen King series of the Dark Tower is just hands down one of my favorite series. And finding hardcovers is always hard, and so when you can get like a book that's been out of print, a hardcover book that's been out of print since like the late 90s, for $2, you better believe I'm going to pick that up, right? I mean, that's ridiculous. Why wouldn't I do that? That's crazy talk. This might have been the wrong choice. We'll see. I feel like I could probably still do it, but let's get some more health on baby, little Rebel Yoda, little soon to be Force Ghost Yoda. Oh no, Force Ghost Yoda! Why don't they have a Force Ghost Yoda? That's one of those things that they should. I'm losing this battle. I really feel like I'm on the way out here. Yep, I feel like I've lost this. Friggin' Palpatine with your magic spaghetti fingers. Yeah, I might have to back out. I don't want to. Can I do this with just Master Luke? I don't think I can because I've all but died. Yep, I'm dead. Here it is. Death. I could have backed out. I probably should have backed out. I didn't, so that happens. Hunter. Who do we fight Hunter with? Oh, CLS. Let's do it. This makes a lot of sense. Let's put on some. Let's do this. So yeah, like I'm pretty excited. Like I'm gonna turn this doing my wife's errands into a full me day of errands. Other things that need to get done and fixed and whatever. It'll be good. It'll be great. So I'm very excited about that. Oh. On a side note, if you guys ever see me die on screen, Like if you see me having a heart attack or a stroke, call somebody. Just saying. I don't think it's going to happen. But just in case, I like to know that I've got my bases covered. All right, Finn, what are you doing down here? Iden Versio versus Finn. Who do we want to do? Actually, let's look at these other. We've got General Hux. Oh, let's go to Hux real quick. And let's use our Sith. Yeah, but I'm telling you, if you do want to read a book, if you want to get something, I'm telling you, Vector Prime, solid. However, go into it knowing you're going to have the feels. Like, there's going to be some moments that you may shed a tear. It's a powerfully awesome book. It's dope. I need to go back through and get a bunch of the comics, go through and read a bunch of the comics. Hopefully I'll spend some time this summer doing that. We'll see. But yeah, dope. Vector Prime. And in fact, because of that, I got to go back now and get the whole series. Part of the reason why we'll be going to this DI, this my local, what do you call that? Salvation Army, right? In Utah, we don't have Salvation Army type stores. We have our local ones, and they're pretty good. Most people are like, "Oh, I'm getting rid of stuff." And Saturdays, like the problem is, I'm sure I'm gonna go and find like nothing that I want, but stuff that I'll like put in my classroom. It's frustrating. Oh, so I'm at school the other day. And this is why I love my kids. They're wonderful. This girl walks up. She's like, Thaddeus, Mr. Broderick. She's like, I was at DI, and I saw this. I just had to get it for you. And she pulls out this like little stuffed baby, this stuffed Yoda, and it's like knitted, like hand knitted. It is awesome. It was like and it was $1 for her, and I was like, that's so cool. It was a lot of fun. I loved it. Commander Luke, Emperor Palpatine. Who else? I'm all over the place, guys. You'd think that my ADHD, I didn't take my meds today, but that would be wrong. I totally took them. I just don't know if they're kicking in anymore. Let's see. That's Kylo Unmasked. Who do we have? Did Padme work with him? I mean, it looks like she will. Galactic Republic. We got Padme. We got us. Ahsoka. And I guess we need a tank. Let's use Kiadi. Kiadi Mundi. Syrian. Every light size ally is getting a buff. Boom! Protection. This will help quite a bit. Oh, my back. I'm getting old, guys. I don't know if this is going to be enough, though. Let's see. I'm a little worried about Kylo Unmasked. He's one of those guys that it's like, let's go after Sith Trooper real quick. Armor Shred. He's one of those guys that like keeps getting buffs, right? So we got to take out his buddies first. Boop. Let's throw in an Armor Shred. Start stacking that up a little bit. But yeah, no, I'm really excited. Now, on a side note, and I'm curious because I haven't had a chance. Has anyone watched any of the new Star Wars stuff? I I haven't even started Visions 2. I really, really want to, but I haven't had a chance. And I like the shows aren't super long, so it shouldn't be difficult. Like it shouldn't be hard to like, make its way through it, but I just haven't been able to sit down and do that. So I'm curious, like I really liked Visions 1, and I love the idea of the guys that did Wallace and Gromit having a Star Wars show. Like they have an episode in Visions, which I'm really excited to see. I just, like I said, I haven't had a chance to sit down and watch them. And in fact, I'm not entirely sure that I finished the first season, to be honest. I do like the short concept, 10, 15 minutes to tell a story. I love how not everything is canon now, and so I'm very happy with that. And so it's like, all right, cool. You've got these other stories that are just fun stories that build to, and potentially other areas of the world, the galaxy. Let's see. So I just haven't had a chance to watch them. Like I said, I've been hardcore on this. Woohoo! There you go. I've been hardcore on this Star Wars Survivor. Come to find out, and I should have known this, Star Wars The Jedi series is a series which is meant to be 3 parts. I did not know that. And I am very excited to find that out, because it has been awesome. Like I've had a student kind of talk to me like this week, because I've talked in class, and he's like, well, which one do you like more? Do you like the first one or the second one? I'm like, it's different. Guardians, Star of the Guardians. I didn't. Let me look that up. Star of the Guardians. I'll have to check that out. Oh yeah, I see that. Is it? It looks like it's in. It looks like it's almost in the universe. Is it just one of those? Just kind of like almost like a fan fiction of sorts before there were fan fictions. Am I gonna get this? I might. Boop. Nope. I'm getting close. If I do, this is going to be like the final seconds. Or the last 30 seconds. What? I'll have to look those up. The Lost King, King's Test, King's Sacrifice, Ghost Legion. That sounds dope. All right. I think I can hear my family arguing downstairs. All right. Let's go Finn. Let's do this. I have no idea if this is going to work. But I don't know. You know what? I'm going to hold on. I'm going to hold on to those guys just real quick. But Finn, I want to say I've got my Inquisitorius. I can't say that I have. Let's come up here. I'm going to try this. No, I'm not. I'll have to, but I'm really curious. So the local store that I go to, they've got a huge selection of books. I mean, I mean, for a store like this, it's a huge selection of books. And so usually they have quite a bit. So I'll have to check it out. Lately they've got a lot of they've had a lot of like cowboy books. Like now they're cowboy romance books, right? Which I'm not super into. But I'm curious to see what other books they have, and a lot of them we get like a lot of like good solid paperbacks. You know, Han, you'd think that you wouldn't be so quick to hurt these droids. Maybe I'm thinking of a different character altogether. This was not a smart move on my part. All enemies call. Yeah, that was not smart. Ooh, let's bring this guy in. Oh, and I brought him back. What? This AoE thing is not. I'm not using my proper tools. Inflict armor shred. For each buff on target enemy. There's quite a few buffs on this guy. That'll work. Boom. Take that, Han. Turd Ferguson. Yeah! What? Is it a win? Well, I still haven't won, so I don't know. If it's a win, it's not a pretty one, but pretty beats no win every single time. I'll take it. All right, so that was Commander Luke. It's down. Let's go to Finn. Oh, you know what? Let's do it. Let's bring in. Oh, screw that. Let's bring in our bounty hunters. Screw that. We're bringing in Maul. Maul. Mandalorians. Ooh. Yeah, we're doing it. We're going it. Oh, gosh gracious. Now, I recently picked up some Dragonlance, and what was the other one? There was another one that I picked up. It was a couple of books that I read as a kid that like I saw and I was like, all right, I got to get these. These are needed. And the Dragonlance series was one of them, and like I haven't read those in decades, for the very least. And like I didn't get the whole series. I just got like a couple of different ones, and then Shadowrunner, I think, right? And so, like some of the old sci-fi books, they're just golden, you know. They're just fun reads. They're super entertaining. Like I'm really excited to like to be honest, I'm gonna be doing a lot of reading this summer. My goal, I go out on the lake for about a week each year. With my family and in-laws and stuff, and usually I bring in a couple of books. Last year I brought some comics and some other stuff, but this year it's like I'm going all out, man. I'm gonna bring like 2 or 3 books, like full out novels, and just bust them out, you know. See how they go. I'm gonna do this. Let's do Resistance. Who would be a good? This might not work. Boom, right there. That should win. Boom. Let's give this a shot. Oh. So yeah, that's very excited. Very excited. I've got to do an updated list of what I've read so far this year. I keep a list. Last year I got 65 books in, and I mean that's reading, and then it's reading, and again to a lesser extent reading, because I do a lot more listening. I'm traveling when I'm like working out in my yard. I'm going to be spending a lot of time this summer out in my yard. We've got some bugs we've got to get rid of. Grubs, my wife thinks. I think she misspoke, and I think she's subtly calling me a scrub, which wouldn't be super inaccurate. I was definitely a scrub growing up, according to the TLC definition. But that's okay. I embraced it, and I had a lot of fun. Yeah, I'm telling you, man, the Dragonlance books were fun, and I don't remember them. That's the thing. I remember enjoying them, but I don't remember the books, you know? And so I was like, yeah, I got to get this. I saw it, and I was like, no, this is mine. This is mine. And so I'm really excited to I added, dude, like, so a minute ago I went through and updated that list. So let's put it on him. Bam. She going down. She did. Huh. Well, that didn't work. Oh, it just goes to show you, old canon will always beat new canon, even in games. I'm going to back out because, not that I, at this point, since I already did it once, it's probably not going to kill me to stay in. Let's try our bounty hunters, though. Let's see how this works. I'm not an... Ooh. An Omicron that I accidentally didn't put on. And apparently none of those will work either. Let's give it a shot. Wrong water bottle. Well, this has not worked out for me so far. I'm not liking the way this is playing. Oh, Boba. Bosk, you better get your mind right. Nope, they're all dead. Oh, that would be dope. See, here's the thing. This is what Hollywood needs. Something new. There are so many great franchises out there that no one connects to anymore because Hollywood is like, oh, let's redo something. Let's remake this. Let's do, like, no, there's other new and fun things. Try that. You know, like the whole concept, like Dune, for example. Awesome. Good job, man. You took something that people loved, that people connected to, and you made it. And you made it well. People love Dune. Now, I've not read the books or watched the movie. I know that that's probably wrong of me because Dune's one of those like quintessential nerd things. I've got them all. I've got them all in my classroom. I'm getting my butt hosed. I'm going to this is like being beat with a rubber hose. I've got them all. I just haven't read them. Same thing with like, what's the Ender's Game, right? Now, I'm not going to say that what they did with Ender's Game was right because it wasn't. The movie did not do good. Like, I saw the movie, haven't read the books, and it's like, sorry. But there's other books out there, other book series out there that are like, okay, dope. Make that. Turn that into something, you know? And they need to. Let's do, I don't know. Let's do this. Malgus? Let's do that. Let's do Hondo with a good lead. Let's see. I need to... Someone's character is bonus. Scoundrel Smuggler. Who would be a good lead for Hondo? What about Kira? Protection up. Did I use my Hut Cartel already? I used Jabba. Oh, I put Jabba on defense. That's right. Because I forgot to take him off defense. Let's do that. Give this a shot. Oh, yo. If I can just take out one of those sides, then I can whittle the rest of it down. Hondo! Oh, no, this ain't gonna work. Bye, Hondo. All right, I'm forfeiting because I don't want to spend 4 minutes watching Infest Nest get her butt kicked. All right, let's do Sith here. Let's try this. Let's add some tenacity and health. Doesn't do much of anything else, but that's something. Man, this is... Throw out some fear. Flick blind and shock. Shocked. Shock all enemies. Here comes the ship. Oh man, that hurts. Whew. This is rough. Let's try this. Vader. Try this. Maybe do a little bit of turn meter control. Yeah, that Star Killer's killing me. You're killing me, Star Killer. If I could just fracture him. Nope, not gonna work. Can we get a... There we are. Oh, fracture! Boom, shakalaka. Oh, how the turntables have turned. Oh, well, crap. It was a... Can I at least kill... Oh, Palps, you giant turd monger! Oh, man! Oh! Oh! Oh, I know, right? This is... Ooh. Night Sisters. I do have Iden, but not close. Oh. Let's see. Someone who could stand... If I could just kill Palps. Let's do this. Let's try this out. Sith. I'm going to try this. I don't know. Let's give it a shot. Let's give it a shot. If I can just kill Palps. Boom! That was so freaking close. Yes! You giant butt nugget. You decrepit old turd. This might do it. I'm hoping. If not, fingers crossed that I get a good old cleanup, baby! There you go. And death becomes her. Yes. It only took me 7 attempts. 8 attempts. I'll take it. I'll take it. All right. So let's see. All right. Let's go. Let me bring up my ships real quick. I do have to wrap up pretty quick. I told my wife that I'd only be doing this for an hour. Uh-oh. Let's see. We got the Malevolence. We've got Chimera and the home one. Not difficult ships to beat, but frustrating if not done properly. Let's go for the Malevolence first. I think... Yeah. Galactic Republic should do fine. No, Galactic Republic will do fine. Let's see if they buy it. Oh, turns out I've got carpal tunnel syndrome. Yeah, that's a thing. Too many video games. All right, there's our core 3. Looks like we're going pretty good. Ray Jabba. Ouch, that does suck. That's... I don't know. Like, that's... Like, I get doing that, but it... I don't know, it takes the fun out of it. You know, you get to play with those characters, or... You know... I mean, I get why they do it, because it's a pain in the butt to clean up. You know. But I'm a hack and slash guy. You know? I say... Go for it. You know, do all the... Put all your challenging ones up front. Right? Boom! Shakalaka. Alright, Malevolence is down. Chimera, what do you got for me? Let's see. Chimera will be bringing in Piet. This time I will make sure that I'm using my bounty hunter ships, whereas last time I did not do that. And it was interesting. It was a definitely interesting experience. I lost. It was fun. All right, let's go after Vader for a minute. Boom! Vader's down. Let's hit up old Emperor's ship. Emperor's down. Can we do it all in one go? I was like, man, that'd be awesome. Opening salvo, just destroy. Now, here's a question that I'm curious what your thoughts are. Do you think we will get, and or will we need, a new Thrawn with the new show that comes out? I'm curious. I'm really curious to see what that new Thrawn will look like. If we do, and he gets a ship, guys, he has to have the Marg Sable maneuver. Like that's his thing. That's what he does. The Marg Sable, right? I didn't even know that was a thing. To me, a Sable was like an old Chevy, you know, an old car. Who are we doing? Home one. Let's do this. Let's just bring them all in, baby. Let's bring in our heavy hitters. Yeah. Let's do it. I mean, I'd like to see. I mean, I'm curious to see what this new Thrawn will look like. I've said this before. Like, I don't want him to necessarily be. If he's the bad guy, I don't want him to be a one-dimensional bad guy. Right? And I don't think anybody does. I don't think Filoni does. But we'll see. Right? I mean, it's a whole thing. Yeah, here we go. Clean up on aisle. Yes. Boom, doom, 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 doom. Oh, you butt nugget. I don't know. Like that's as far as the game, I think you're right. Because Ahsoka would come out in August, 12-week show or 8-week show. September, October. Yeah, they're gonna introduce characters for Ahsoka. Then what they'll do is they'll introduce the bad guy, and that'll be Thrawn. 2001. All right, let me finish up just real quick and show you what I'm working on. I am slowly grinding. No, those are squads, ships. This is my last ship, right? I got them. I got the Scythe is the next one that's up. The Fury class Interceptor. I'm working on the character for that. Actually, no, it's Malgus. I got Malgus. I'm good with that. I'm working on, as far as the characters go, the last character that I need is the Sith Assassin, which, boom shakalaka, I am only one gear piece away from a relic, which that should be good. Night Sisters. My Inquisitorius is completely Relic 5. I'm going to bring these probably to Relic 6. The recommendation that I got was actually bring them up to Relic 7 because it makes the event a lot easier. We'll see. I don't know. Relic 7 Inquisitorius would be dope. I'm hoping the Ahsoka series will be best of them all. I've been working on the Tusken. Actually, now that I've got him unlocked, Kerr unlocked, I'm going to take her out because of what she needs as far as gear. Chieftain, Zori, Sortie, Zori, and Chieftain are the ones that I'm going to be bringing up. I am actually not entirely sure what my next farm will be. I'm looking at Gear 12 characters. Part of me thinks that I'm just going to keep doing the basic gear farming for some of these people. I might choose 1, maybe 2 characters to unlock as far as stars, but then gear farm for some of maybe these older people that don't need some crazy powerful stuff like Chewbacca. But I might start farming more relics than I have in the past, and get my Jawas up, get my Tuskens up, get some of these lower characters that I would like to get up. I'm kind of in that debating phase on what I want to do because, to be honest, I've got a lot of these characters. Now, obviously, once I unlock Ben Solo, once I unlock Trench, those will be, first and foremost gear than relic. But, what do you do in the meantime, or what do you do when you're done with that? Bad Batch is a crew that I do need to gear, but they're kind of far. I'm looking at gear 9s across the board for the most part. I don't know. It's a hard call, but Bad Batch opens up Lord Vader, right? And that's kind of the thing, because right now, outside of those are my allies. Outside of the journey guide, Inquisitorius. That's all I need now. Other than that, I've got Cal, who's on deck. I have been slow farming for Cal. Marin she's one that I'm like, I kind of want to buy because she's dope and amazing. Marin is so freaking good. Adds this whole new level for Night Sisters. Yeah. But yeah, that's kind of where I'm at. Cal is there. I got, who was the other one? Oh, it was Warrior, the other one that I was farming at the time for double drops. Cal, not super far away. He might be my next focus. We'll see. But Marin, so dope. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, thanks for joining me today. Probably won't do a whole lot of streaming tomorrow, if any, because it's Mother's Day, and I love my wife and I love my mom, and I'm going to make sure that they have what they want, and they probably don't want to see me streaming. So that being said, like, subscribe, share. This has been Thaddeus from Going Nerdy, and as always, my friends, smile and stay nerdy.